Hello and welcome back to our Exo Foundation's Let's Play Poorly. So we're heading
Entering
off to
system.
start
Morning
the
Star.
Kingdom End storyline. It's a very long intro section, which I've done before on the channel, so I'm going to mostly skip through all of the cutscenes and not record them, just because if I do it, it'll take more than a full half hour. And on top of that, I actually did record it. I did record almost an entire half hour, and then over the course of that time, the Odysseus started getting attacked, and the Hoover died, and the Odysseus died in the last 2 minutes of the episode. So yeah, that's I'm basically reloading from a save. There was a Kuriokami out here that was like kicking its butt. I don't know what that was about.
Autopilot disengaged.
All right, so here we go. Like I said, I'm going to pause the recording while we go through most of this. I'll let it go forward for a couple of things, but not most of it.
Please fall into formation.
Okay, so the gate has reopened, and now this is right about where this guy died before. So he's probably going to die again. Luckily, he doesn't have any of the stuff I need, so we're going to try to save him. Don't know if it's going to work. Where is the Odysseus? Way the fuck up there. Okay. Let's see if I can get you to dock. Or no, maybe I should just... Yeah, I'll just try the deposit and see what happens. Here we go. Okay, okay. You're okay. Looks like he's going to survive. But the other thing I'll need to do is I'll need to give him some shields. I don't think he has shields. He's like the other Kestrel. And just adding shields is a lot cheaper than replacing the whole Hoover.
Entering system. Watchful gaze.
Preliminary scans indicate that this system is uninhabited. No sign of boron or any other kind of life, biological or artificial.
This cannot be true. Are you certain that the sensors are not malfunctioning? It has been so long. I really thought this might be the day I finally reconnect with my kin of the Finn.
Take heart, Boron Exile. You may yet be a step closer to your reunion. Explorer, you need some detailed system mapping. The task is in your hands. There is much to learn here.
There we go. If there's another Kuriokami coming out of here, I am going to just book it with the Odysseus, because it cannot handle that thing for some reason.
Preliminary
There we
data
go.
has identified some points of potential interest. We are having trouble logging on to exact locations at this range. See if you can pinpoint them for us.
It's this one. I did see it in the distance and have just gone through this whole process.
Oh my! Could that be?
By the Trinity, a Boron vessel.
My instinct says we should take a closer look.
There's going to be a signal.
Your ship's
There it
sensors
is.
are picking up a weak energy signature amongst the debris.
All right, so we got to get up close, get into the spacesuit, and now I got to remember which way to get to it because it was very awkward. Is it over top or underneath?
Assistant, I think you should suit up and investigate.
It's underneath. Okay. Oop. Okay, here we go.
Sir,
See if you can repair the panel to gain access.
There it is.
Running decryption and reconstruction algorithm. The data is woefully incomplete, but it appears that this was an outpost of some man. There are signs of an attack from several directions. It seems that the operators would have had little, if any, time to react. How frustratingly peculiar. I am forwarding all of this to our esteemed expedition commander. Perhaps he can garner more clues. I have my doubts, though.
Newman correct, sir? Our team confirms that the Heretics End Gate does indeed contain the coordinates to the Kingdom End system. The timing cannot be coincidental, can it? Just after we received word from the Boron? Is it possible that their experiments were somehow related to the gate reinitialization?
Coordinates and timing are relevant, but not conclusive. The fact of the matter is that this is definitely not Kingdom End. Interstellar messenger drones are not the fastest form of communication. We do not know what has occurred on the Boron side since their last message. Theoretically, a connection between the two gates is possible, but that is just a theory. It could well be that the systems were linked in the distant past.
Yes. Unfortunately, a theoretical compatibility does not mean much in itself. If activating or reprogramming these gates were easy, I am certain I would have overcome the challenges long ago.
The split didn't exactly give you a choice over your research focus. Could this be the Boron? Could they really have unlocked jump gate technology?
Perhaps. Perhaps not. At this point, any further hypothesis would be mere speculation. Until we have more evidence, keep your ideas off general comms. If you must elaborate your theories, feel free to put them in writing.
That's going to get us a really long mail message. Putting that stuff in writing.
Hold on. I think I am picking up. Oh no, never mind that. Nothing of interest here. This system's peculiar conditions make getting accurate readings rather troublesome.
Explorer, you have an unidentified ship on an intercept trajectory. This is our first contact in the newly opened network. We have no idea of who they are, or their intentions. Investigate, and if possible, make contact, but maintain vigilance.
Oh, hi. Aliens!
It's Neela T.
Do not be afraid. I shall disengage my armament. Greetings. I am so...
This is somewhat hard to fathom.
Okay, so Neela T has told us that there's a royal steward, that they have now contact with Kingdom
From your own
End,
experience, you understand the pain of separation.
and now we got to follow her to
I
the
doubt that
to where the
species
steward is.
appreciate the biological depth of our harmonious societal interconnection. It was worse than it is now. It used to be that all our systems were isolated, severed, not just from Kingdom End, the Queen, and Homeworld Nishla, but also from each other. Fortunately, several of our systems reconnected to each other eventually, but none received word from home. Reorganization became a necessity. Provinces adrift, as we call ourselves, were only ever intended to be temporary, but under the Royal Steward, it has grown into a comprehensive governing body. But some of us have never given up on Kingdom End. Your communication with the homeworld is momentous in the extreme.
All right, so far so good with the Odysseus.
Control in these systems has found evidence of where the Kingdom End even still exists.
I'm gonna have you collect drops here again. Just waiting to see if there's a Yaki that comes through, the Kuryokami, because that's the thing that trashes the Odysseus, and well, at least trashed it in my first attempt at doing this episode. Of course, it's probably some element of randomness, and so it may not actually show up this time. But if it had a mission, if it had a job that started before the last save point, it probably will come through again, wherever it came from. But so far, so good. And I do think it was here by the time we were at this point before, so.
Autopilot disengaged.
Goodness! A Commonwealth ship. Surely this indicates that our reports are correct. The once dormant gate has indeed resumed its function and brought our province into alignment with our erstwhile allies. You must realize what this means. All the resources of the Commonwealth are now within reach. At long last, a chance to end the shortages.
And it looks like my
Pick up the pace.
looks like my camera is starting to slide. It did that before as well. It's just taped down.
With the luxuries of the old kingdom.
And temperature changes, I think, have kind of messed it up a little bit.
Severance has been constant, but our economy has also suffered. The shortages of essential goods have cut deeply. Reconnection with the network may alleviate some of these issues, at least.
Oh, there it is. Fuck. Okay. Kuryokami. Okay, let me see if we can get out of here. I should probably save. And, yeah, press our luck. Okay. So, oh boy, what are we going to do? First thing is not have this attack happen. We're going to go back to a hold position. And then we're going to try to get you in close to the defense platform. It takes a while for this guy's shields to go down, but they do go down. Because this Kuryokami, whatever it's got going on, it's got weapons that can get through there. The Hoover is probably going to run into some trouble. So let's do the deposit inventory right now. And then back to us here. Here we go.
Hey, Lexi, you bring us guests, outsiders, with a fleet no less. What have you been up to?
More than that, Royal Steward, I bring momentous news. The fleet, this Paranid-led fleet, it came from the Dormant Gate in watchful gaze. They have communicated with Kingdom End. They have no Kingdom End gate, but they have communication. We are connected to the network once more.
My word, if...
The delegation seeks an audience. May I?
Yes, of course. There is so much to discuss, so much to consider.
Royal Steward, would it be in order for me to accompany the delegation?
I'm sure you have other things to do. Diplomacy is not the same thrill as exploration.
Please, Royal Steward, with your permission.
Of course, Neelity. By all means, accompany the delegation.
This is rough.
Explorer, you have displayed some usefulness thus far. I'm tasking you with joining us in meeting the Royal Steward. I may have need of your insights.
I don't know if it's going to make it. All right, we're going to have to
Clearly made an
talk
impression
to
on the
that
expedition commander.
person.
I sense you are becoming more central to his plans. Join the delegation. Watch this Royal Steward.
That is the plan.
Experiments to attend to.
Yep.
Though I shall keep an eye on you.
Go do your thing. I'm stressing out about this for right now. Oops. Why is that still going? That's a weird glitch. Uh-oh. Come on. You gotta make it, you gotta make it, you gotta make it. Ooh. Well, he's almost dead. We might be okay. Oh, no. Oh, come on. What's happening here? Who's attacking who now? No, it's still definitely the Kuryokami. I thought maybe it was the Zyarth. No. Wish this thing would go away.
Shield generator.
Oh. There we go. Oh, goody. There's a Paranid expedition force there. Come on. You can make it. All right, we look good. We look good. Shields are coming back.
Awaiting orders.
Okay. Oh no. Still being attacked. Damn it. All right, let's see if we can barely afford that. But we don't have a choice. Okay. Ooh, that was close.
Sir.
What am I doing? I should probably... Oh, I should get in... I know what I should do. Go over to Batwing. I can teleport to you because I have the teleport research done. There we go.
Nova, Vanguard.
Oh, did not realize you were right there.
Engine. Docking granted. Successfully.
A Boron capital ship. In all my days. A perfect equilibrium of function and ergonomics. And with such flair. My current abode is penurious in comparison.
All right, I'm gonna pause through this as well.
Awaiting pickup.
Okay, so we had a bit of a
That
tiff
certainly could have gone better. For all may not
between
be lost.
Lidawee and Numunkaret. I don't really understand Lidawee's position. She doesn't want to let the Alliance of the Word check out the area and look for inactive jump gates and deal with it. Like, I do get it. Like, there's no... unless there's some kind of protection, self-protection of one's position kind of thing, but that doesn't seem to be their jam. But anyway, it does mean we have some more work to do. All right, we're going to talk to... Ooh, hello.
The Protectorate has determined that this system poses no threat to the citizens of Sol or the wider network. Our orders are to deploy to a position of more strategic importance.
Okay, they're
Still,
leaving.
Stay alert. None of us know what might be lurking out there.
The Alliance of the Word thanks you for your support. We
That's
shall
the
proceed
Terrans.
alone from here on. Our military friends are needed elsewhere.
Okay. So we're here. Let's see. Hoover is still hoovering. Or no, is actually heading back to do some more hoovering. And now that the crisis has been averted there, what I can do is I can do multiple collections. Which means that we get 3 collections and then a deposit, so they're not constantly bouncing back and forth. All the way down there, though. That's weird. All right, these guys have fixed themselves up, so now we're going to head back. To protect position. There we go. Now we talk to Numunkaret.
Who does this fool think he is? Does he not understand the gravity of our mission? Withholding his consent? We shall continue without it if necessary.
Seems like a bad idea.
Entering system. Great Reef.
Let's say patience toward the close-minded.
may have a point. Perhaps his simple mind cannot grasp all the variables at play. I wonder if we can help him to see the bigger picture.
Leader Wee is afraid.
Yes, you are right. That much is obvious.
Of what, though?
I can't help but wonder if there's more to the issue than that. Perhaps he is overly attached to his role as Prime Administrator of the provinces. A reunion with Kingdom End would inevitably result in him having to relinquish power and
Oh, it's a he.
standing.
Okay. All right. Yeah, so maybe afraid of losing position, but I don't think the Boron are like that.
The steward and I have had our differences in the past, but I had no idea he would be so stubborn. I am so very sorry you had to witness that embarrassingly discordant display. Leader Wee and I disagree on much, but he is not a bad person. You know, he is just scared.
What is he afraid of?
I think he is scared of falling short.
Oh, could be.
He carries the weight of the expectations of the entire provinces. He wants to keep everyone safe, and I think he fears that your expedition will exacerbate an already dangerous situation.
Yes, but what dangerous situation?
Yes, fraught with danger. The provinces lie uncomfortably close to Kark territory. When Sanctuary of Darkness first connected to the provinces, it triggered regular attacks. We barely managed to protect ourselves with the meager military that we could cobble together. Thankfully, the waves have calmed for now. The Kark incursions eventually ceased. All attempts to communicate with these enigmatic creatures have failed, so I would hesitate to call it a ceasefire. It is more of a lull in hostilities. As you can imagine, the situation remains rather fragile.
Yeah. And what was your obsession about then? Yeah.
You took note of that, did you? Time after time, I approached Leader Wee for the resources to find our way back home, but he has come to the conclusion that efforts spent on this endeavor come at an immediate cost to our people. I would hate for you to get the impression that I do not care for my fellow Boron here. Out on the fringes, I am truly seeking to make a difference for the people. Serving the Queen's subjects is a duty for me. You see, I do not like to draw too much attention to it, but I myself am the progeny of stranded minor royals. Before you bow or anything like that, I am not part of the direct line of succession, and that is not how our monarchy works in any case. Yet, it drives me to find a path back home, for the people to once again delight in a reunited, merry realm.
Okay.
Pleasant travels.
Now we gotta go talk to Leader Wee. Before we do that, let's just peek in on these guys over here. Okay. How's the Hoover doing? Doesn't have anything yet. All right.
Ah, the silent one from our disappointing introduction.
Yeah, perhaps there is a positive solution. About the cock threat, yes. We use... force. That seems dangerous.
Permanently? Wiping them out is your solution? To simply exterminate
Yeah,
a
didn't think so.
species? I understood that you entered our provinces in pursuit of scientific enlightenment, not bloodshed.
Yeah.
Do these fins look like terror?
Is it? That's not the Boron
Indigenous
way.
to
I
you?
should have known
Not
better.
all the inhabitants of this galaxy are driven by unmoderated barbarity. No thank you. If we can maintain peace, we shall do so.
Okay. You help. We could... Oh, no, he doesn't care about that. He doesn't care about that. Doesn't care about standing.
The silent one from our disappointing introduction.
All right, why are you in this situation?
From time to time, I spend the waking nights pondering the very same question. It would be misleading to cast blame for all our miseries on the Great Shutdown. In fact, when we were first riven from the wider network, the vast majority of our Boron systems remained connected between themselves. Isolated from external threats, we commenced a new age of reflection and scientific endeavor. And while this period of peace brought the wealth of Kingdom N to fabulous new heights, we were not complacent. Resources were stockpiled throughout the Queendom, a precautionary measure. Oh, we thought we were prepared, yet in truth we were far from it. We Boron are inherently connected to each other, you see? We thrive on a collective sort of innate affinity. Once that connection was severed, each system found itself in complete isolation. Things fell apart quite quickly, I'm afraid to say. Productivity collapsed catastrophically. Stockpiles were depleted far more rapidly than anticipated, and there was no way to replenish them. After years of disarray, Great Reef finally reconnected with barren shores. Later, it was joined by several other systems. The provinces adrift were founded, but by then the damage was done. We still lacked crucial resources. I contend that it was the collective psychological toll of the severance that caused this, more so than the evident logistical challenges posed by the shutdown.
Yeah, okay. Are you okay?
I regret my approach at our meeting. You see, I have not hosted a diplomatic function in decades. Unfortunately, I am simply not in the habit of communicating with anyone other than Boron, you see. We Boron converse amongst ourselves, relying on complex structures of pheromones, not just mere words. There was so much to communicate, so much to cogitate upon, yet the words failed to convey my meaning. You must imagine it like painting an ocean, yet having only a single shade of blue with which to do so.
Yeah, okay, well, we're going to leave it here. When we come back, we're going to continue on this diplomatic endeavor. I have to talk to the other two again. I don't want to antagonize Lita Wee by saying we can improve his standing, because I'm pretty sure that's not what he cares about. So yeah, we're going to leave it there. When we come back, try not to blow up the universe. Thanks for watching. See you next time.